We are live for ZenJen Friday Live. Hello, everybody. It's so nice to be here. It's been a really long time, since we went live on Friday. So I've decided to bring back ZenJen Friday Live. I shelved it for a few weeks because I have been so incredibly immersed in collaborative chats during Monday Thrive Time. If you haven't checked these out on the Interconnected Collective YouTube channel or in our group Interconnected Collective on Facebook, I urge you to sync up with these platforms. What we are doing with an Interconnected Collective is we are intentionally building. We are building a community. Really, it's an interconnected collective of multiple communities that transcend sub-niches in spirit-led work. What do I mean by that? If you are in business for yourself, for your spiritual gifts of insight and intuition, or if perhaps you're an energetic artist or an energy worker, or you bring your subtle capacity for energetic engagement into the virtual space as a business, then you are familiar with the term niche. Niche is that which kind of sequesters us or categorizes us into these specific placements of what it is we focus on in our work in the virtual space. And in doing this, it's really in alignment with this AI technology. And I want to expound upon this for a second. We're going to get to a card pull today. What I intend for ZenJen Friday Live is for meaningful connections within multiple communities of spirit-led seekers, leaders, way showers, and creators. Okay? This is what I intend. I intend for this to be kind of your cosmic hub, where all of it can intersect together in meaningful ways for the entire collective to benefit from. And if you find yourself sequestered in one niche and perhaps condescending against others, thinking that you have the answers and all of them are wrong, then you are in the wrong place, my dear friend. I, with grace, ask you to please sign off now, because what we are doing here is intentionally building bridges between sub-niches of spirituality and insight and inquiry. Anyone who is here and without the intention to grow, without the intention to expand oneself into new realms of exploration, that is what we intend to do. That is the future of human collective consciousness ascended, you guys. What we intend to do here during ZenJen Friday Live is to bring all of the insights together into something cohesive and something that makes sense and something that resonates right where it matters in the infinite heart space. Okay? So we are live streaming simultaneously across multiple platforms right now. That is what this is right now. We are actually intersecting multiple different platforms of spirit-led work. And this is what I feel called to do. This is my purpose, my greater purpose, my bigger vision here while I am in this finite body on planet Earth. My name is Jenna Pinkstone. You can call me ZenJen. I have done this kind of work for the last about 8 years since my great awakening. Now, like all of us, we've had multiple, I would call them thresholds, multiple thresholds of awakening throughout our human life. And many of these start when we're very young. And when we start doing inner child work and uncovering that, we start to realize, oh, my one great awakening that I always considered was my one great awakening, that's when I started to wake up to all of these other facets and all of these other energies. And because I've been asleep for so long, you tend to realize that you actually had awakenings when you were younger too. And perhaps you were shut down. Perhaps you were put to sleep. But it is confirmation as such as you go through the roles of the chronological sequencing of your own human avatar Akashic record that can span lifetimes. But if focusing on this finite body in the now right moment that we find ourselves sharing, this is something that really confirms that you are on that path that you are meant for, because of what it is that you uncover before and what it is that you uncover about your visions of the future. Okay, this is how time intersects as really simultaneous of past, present, and future, all in the now moment. Okay, so we're going to check in. It looks like we have 3 people tuning in. I hope that wherever you're tuning in from, hi Josephine, hi Nicole, it's so great to have you with us, ladies. I want you to leave your questions, leave your inquiries, leave your tidbits of insight that you've been picking up on this week. This is the tone that we intend to set to inspire our spirit-led work. Because all of us who are here, we are engaged in some way with the energetic ether within, and we have these external forces acting upon us, right? I like to call that the cosmic weather report. You see here in Central Texas, we have had rain the last 3 days in a row, and it's been a very light rain. It's been very gentle, and it's been much needed to replenish our aquifer of, the sustenance that it bears our land. And so, we're thankful for that. But the energy of the rain, the constant falling of water from the sky, this is a 3D weather report, and it does have an effect on the energetic expression that we can engage within. You see, I haven't really been able to walk my dog for the last couple of days, and she's been a bit depressed about that. I told my husband this morning that, that her spirit needs to be outside, or it starts to dim. And I feel that when she's in here with me, and it affects my work, So this is an example of transcending the gap between the 3D weather report and the cosmic weather report, right? Like, these energies intersect and they intertwine in meaningful ways. And what I intend to do with this ZenJen Friday Live is I intend for it to be very casual. I'm going to pull cards for any one person who feels called that they would like some insight. They would like some clarity about something specific. And I'll also pull cards for the collective, especially if no one requests one for themselves individually, because here's what I find. Whether I'm pulling the card for the collective or for the individual, individuals tend to resonate with collective card pulls, and others in the collective tend to resonate with individual card pulls. So it's really the same sequence. It's the same exact activity. And what it does is it illumines insight for everyone engaged and synced up with us in real time, or for the replay, just another version of this now moment. Please comment #replay if that's when you're tuning in. We're very happy to have you with us. And so I'm going to begin with the Gaia Oracle deck. I felt called to the Gaia Oracle deck this morning because of the earthen energies they're kind of permeating my field right now. And there's a whole lot of talk out there about, oh, wow, one just immediately popped out. The ocean of eternal love. Let's get it without the glare. The ocean of eternal love, healing, creativity, and fertility. Oh man, I love that one. That one is so beautiful because, yeah, like y'all check out my reels because I almost got bit by a rattlesnake this past week. The one time this past week that the sun came out for a moment and I took my dog for a walk, like I almost stepped on this little snake. And we have a lot of snakes here in Texas. Most of them are like garter snakes or grass snakes, and they're harmless. And this one was so tiny, like I thought it was harmless, and I literally almost picked it up because I kind of like the feel of a snake crawling across my skin. I call me weird, but that it calms me in this strange way. I'm really glad I didn't pick this one up. I zoomed in close with my phone. If you check out my reel, it almost bit me. And when I looked at it later, it was rattling. It was a rattlesnake. And I wouldn't be here with you guys if that had happened. But the really important, amazing thing about this is that, you know, I am a seer. I'm an empath, and what I do whenever I sync up with these meaningful moments for myself or for my clients, I extract the synchronicities that are very apparent and felt by me or someone in that moment, and then felt by me when they share that with me. I get these feelings in my body that tell me I'm supposed to pursue that. I'm supposed to look deeper into that. Okay? And I felt called to look deeper into this rattlesnake encounter. Okay. Yeah, I like to empower us all. I want to empower you to discover that deeper meaning and that purpose through these synchronicities and the networks that you are operating within, for that intuitive energetic exchange that feels fluid and aligned and effortless whenever you sync up with it. Not one of us in this world is meant to be an isolated island. And we all have our moments of retreat for, rebirth. That's actually one of the fertility. Rebirth is all about Easter, which is this Sunday. And I've never been a Christian oriented like only towards Christianity. I find a whole lot of value in the Gnostic texts of the Nag Hammadi, but and I love that. Look, this card is number 44, you guys. See it at the very top, number 44. Amazing. Yeah, and that blue is meaningful to me. But the blue is associated with, I'm gonna just pull through everything that's kind of washing over me right now with the ocean of eternal love. That blue, that deep, I feel like it saturates my entire beingness, this blue. And it's a color I used to see swirl in my mind's eye field of vision when I was a very young child. I recall sitting in grade school and closing my eyes and really merging with that energy world and not really being present any longer in that 3D world. And I would get in trouble quite often for daydreaming and not paying attention. And that was because my consciousness, it felt natural for me to sync with these energies that are very prevalent and all around us at all times. But because many of us are asleep, we cannot tap into that. And so it is not a collectively held truth by most human avatars in the room with you at any given time. But the more that you awaken, the more that you sync up with your own energetic expression and what it is that you are here to intuit and to posit and to project, or to, in terms of the frequencies that you are meant to embody. the more that we do this, the more that we tap into these other energetic expressions that are very prevalent and very felt and potent, and they're all around us, all at once. We inhabit multiple dimensions, each and every one of us. And, these dimensional aspects of ourself, they become more intersected together into your own interconnected collective within yourself. You've heard others mention that each one person is an entire universe in and of themselves. And that which reconciles all of these facets is eternal love, or unconditional love. Eternal, unconditional, these can be used interchangeably in this reference. I'm going to hop on over into Facebook, into our interconnected collective, to see here. Oh no, Nicole. Watch the rest on replay. You're in a waiting room in the hospital. Oh, yes, I will absolutely pull you a card, Nicole. That is no problem. It's starting and stopping. Live video has ended. Oh no. Well, thank you for telling me. Let me go and check. Huh.